This is Merville Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove. This is my updated evidence for the kangaroo court at the county court at Clerkenwell and Shoreditch, where I have been stitched up by J.I. solicitors, Solo Obaja Lua, and barrister Miranda Grell on the 9th of December with District Judge Beecham. Defamation of my name using Dr. Phil Gregory's medical report claiming I have psychosis. I have endured 23 years of Debbie Gilchrist at 16A to 16 Alma Grove, where I resided from December 2000, when I was rescued from domestic violence. Right now, I am an inactive patient of the NHS twice in 3 months. Blood test was taken. I'm due at the dentist tomorrow, and I have no access to my blood test. Now I am waiting, and this is from the December, to get a letter from the NHS. And see the last call out, God woke me up with the shake so the ambulance service could come and intervene. And I'm still waiting to get assigned to a GP. So I'm supposed to be patient care services, special allocation services. I guess I'm going to lose all my teeth now. Yeah, because I feel the pain and the gum, and it all started with eating a banana. The video that I paid £2,400 has been removed from YouTube. Yeah. So this is when the ambulance came. Yeah. So the world is gonna know. Another solicitor has decided to abandon me. So we go back to Stephen Ajira. I turned up at court, and there was an email saying Stephen Ajira had come off the case. So this is where I am at. I was in this book. Yeah. 1 in 5 of all suicides are associated with unemployment. And when I did not commit suicide, my husband and I became 600,000 older people in the UK say they leave their homes once a week or less. So these are some of my creation, and this is how I'm living in here, trying to prove. So I will end this one by saying, District Judge Greenwich, I was not anywhere near court. I was not aware of the injunction. District Judge Swan, I'm not aware who you are, except that you have now further breached my rights after your decision on the 26th of July to strike out my claims. Yeah? Going back to all the claims that has been struck out. Hence the reason I know the names of some of you named in this. Yeah? I'm trying to create a scene because I realize that going on online and talking is not going to be of much help because of the way I've been blocked out. What is happening to me? Yeah? I was at the function in Hernhill where Garfield presented, and that's how I come to be in Garfield's book, because I know Garfield from events, and I remember us attending a service at Rye Lane because I was a member of the Rye Lane Community Gospel Choir. When I tried to make comments on YouTube, because I'm a member, I'm in there singing, YouTube blocked me out. So we're going to use this. So who next now? Yeah, so HHJ Richard Roberts, you're going to be charged for the highest level of malpractice that there is by putting a civil restraint order on me at the behest of Devonshire Solicitors. Who is Devonshire Solicitors? I was sent a possession letter. The letter dated July 2023. After I was sent a letter asking if I want to continue the mediation I had offered. Housing for Women deleted me from the customer portal. Yeah, I was the minute taker for the customer scrutiny panel. So you need to go back to my history, and I recap. My history started at King's College Hospital, Workplace Nursery, Mapota House. My husband was the one who went and got the forms for me. Yes? And after the death of my brother with colon cancer, within a few months, 3 months of him being diagnosed, he died, colon cancer. It was during the time of his transition that I learned about my grandfather. Yeah? And lots more. We're talking about 2009. No, we're talking about 2008. When I had the first nervous breakdown working in a toxic work environment. Yeah? My graduation from the Open University. I haven't worked since I've been put on benefits with the condition that I go and do capability for work assessment. That is to tie me up. So that's the condition. So I haven't worked since. Yeah, I'm just trying to put a story together. Because the world is going to know why, like for example, Voice newspaper refused from allowing me to tag them. What I want to put on record is when I meet Mimi Owusu, the context in which I meet Mimi Owusu. So I was invited to an event. It was April 2023, and dates very important. April 2023, I was invited, and that's where I meet Mimi Owusu. The Mimi Owusu who wrote 12-page witness statement for Housing for Women. After meeting her at April, May, June, July, by then she scammed me £10,000 and put whatever plan she has in motion. I get phone call from Mimi Owusu daily. Sometimes my mobile and my house phone. That's what they used to break me down. When I was called by Richard Harty, didn't know who Richard Harty was. until after whatever took place, and I went and I done my research. And then that's when I found out that actually Richard Harty is a pedophile. What do I say Richard Harty is? A pedophile. Richard Harty is a pedophile. The mastermind of men in child care. A voice of a child. I did that research for Juna Sullivan. 2010. Yeah? Do we want to know who pedophiles are? Probably Dr. Phil Gregory is also a pedophile because he sounded just like Richard Harty. Yeah? I'm just putting it's the start. Because I did not become 1 in 5 of all suicide are associated with unemployment. So then my husband and I became 600,000 older people in the UK say they leave their home once a week or less. My book is now being used. My book is now being used to support women who are going through the same trauma what Housing for Women has put them through. Yeah, I sold one yesterday. I did not even go to sell book, but I ended up, the one copy I had, I sold it. So this is what I will be focusing on with Westminster Hub. They want me to do this page for the next event. Handling traumas of discrimination. I was flicking through my book yesterday and realized that some of my book is written from my social media posting. Yeah? Handling traumas of discrimination. Go out and buy my book. I've given this book to everybody even Dr. Phil Gregory has a copy. So now they can distribute it because it is going to be used. Because it is signed by none other. My book is signed by none other than Met Police Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley. So I'm going to wrap this up to show you. Because it was Rastafari Birdlegs who gave me the idea to say, take a copy to his house so people can sign it. You know what Rastafari Birdlegs did though? Rastafari Birdlegs hold on to my book after what in my language they say, you pass your place with me. And I curse him. And he cursed me back, and he's justified in cursing me back. No problem with this. So I just show the world. This is my evidence. This is all I'm taking to court. I'm not going to fix anything. Go and look back. Yeah? Those involved. I can't remember those from Kings because I had not the knowledge then. But I was a participant in Dr. Maria Hudson's research paper for the Policy Studies Institute recommended to ACAS. The experience of multiple discrimination. Yeah? These people have signed my book. Many platforms have been on. And all they do is use me and then reject me. So right now, I am alone in here. Not even family and friends. Yeah? If I don't get to attend an event like Garfield yesterday, I don't leave this house. Yeah? So these are just some of the signings in my book. Yeah? So now this is what's going to be used. This will just be, you've had enough time. You've had enough time. The solicitors and barrister, they're going to be jailed along with others. Yeah, this is poignant from Emin Zini. I haven't seen Emin the longest while, so I don't know what's happening with his mother with Alzheimer's. Yeah, I hardly see anybody. I don't leave the house. I'm barricaded in here, trying to save my life from being attacked. The last time I had to call the police out when Debbie Gilchrist said I should open the door so she can murder me, so they say I commit suicide. Where's the suicide mention? Yeah? There it is. Statistic. And they put it on me. Yeah? Phil Gregory came, I explained everything to him. So these are some of my signings. Yeah? Yeah? I know I folded. Yeah? Whose name is this? Nigel Pierce. Yeah? At Met Police. And he writes, meet at Elim House. So District Judge Beecham, if you're not careful, you'll head the list. Yeah? That's when I meet them. After I was labeled a violent nuisance. Who are they? Yeah, I'm mad, yeah. Yeah? He said, oh, open. I was diagnosed with chronic anxiety on Monday, 18th July 2006 for my health and social care examination with the Open University or whatever. It's all in my book. I've given copies to anybody who wants it. Yeah? So these are some of the signings because this is what is going to... If District Judge Beecham is not careful, you will be imprisoned for the miscarriages. For the miscarriages of those. Yeah? You will be in prison for the miscarriages of 10 years after my mom's death, coming up 11 years when I wrote to Dillis Ipton. I am depressed. I'm dying slowly of torture. Yeah? Can you see? Can you read? Best wishes to a strong Jamaican woman, Mark Rowley, Commissioner of Police. Yeah? How much is this worth, Mark Rowley? How many police officers have come here tried to section, murder, and kidnap me since you wrote this, Sir Mark Rowley? Yeah? How many? Mark Rowley, I can take you. Yeah? See I write in here? Richard Harty, Men in Child Care. Mary Mitchelson, Legal. Tanya Kotia, UL 2021. I signed my thingy. Yeah? Yeah? How many? How much is it worth? Yeah? How much is my book work? I scribble over it. I have nothing else to do. Yeah? It's an art to communicate. You have to whatever. And a court is going to put an order on me. A court is going to put an order on me. Yeah? To stop me speaking my truth. A court has put an order in the form of an illegal injunction or unlawful injunction to shut me out. The person who has, that's my last auntie alive of my father's 16 siblings. The last one alive. And she's suffering because there's no care. That was her at her business place and in Chapana. And now my auntie is suffering because the people who rented her place is not paying. Yeah? So me, a writer, and you're going to use illegal, unlawful injunction to make me a violent nuisance. This is the Reverend Rose Hudson Wilkin. I wrote to her and meet her at... Yeah? Look where I meet her. So I'm just doing this willy-nilly to put out there. Because you know what? Starting with District Judge Beecham. Yeah? When I meet these people. Starting with District Judge Beecham. It's colonization in reverse. But because District Judge Beecham, you've had your chance, darling. You've had your chance, darling. District Judge Beecham, you've had your chance. Yeah? The 4th of April, I was in court. Mention was made of Trina Filbert pregnancy. What did they do that for? To target me. And then after court, she made sure she provoked me. And it's in there. And the long list of... I was going to look for something and I forget. Because this is the state I'm living in. Yeah? So I decided to wear this yesterday. I was going out. The amount of attention Yeah, I am that sort of a person that can garner attention. But how am I living? I feel the tooth loose. So yes, District Judge Beecham. Yeah? Yes, District Judge Beecham, you've had your chance. In honor of strong women everywhere. Yeah? I'll be getting 1,000 people. Yeah? In honor of strong women everywhere. This is an inspirational story of how Mervyn Myers triumphed over her battle with her hidden disabilities, which started at childhood. This is a story about how one brave woman overcome her chronic anxieties to take on the injustices at her workplace. This heartwarming story encourages women worldwide to never give up on themselves. It inspires individuals to rise above adversity and achieve their potential. About the author. Mervyn Lee is a qualified early years practitioner for over 18 years. She specializes in special educational needs and is passionate about working with children and families. So why haven't I worked for 10 years? She has been involved in implementing the multi-generational working approach. This book will give you an insight into her transitional journey when dealing with the challenges of life. And you have the audacity. Yes, and I'll end on the monarchy. And I'll put mine behind there. Because you know what? The royal family will be charged for their role. The royal family will be charged for their role in the slave trade. Yeah? The Windrush generation, the scandal. And then I'll name Duchess Kate for her involvement in the pedophile rings. I'm not blaming Duchess Kate because I too work at London Early Years Foundation. I started at Westminster Children's Society. But I ended up working in a pedophile ring without knowing. Between 1st of September 2009 till when I resigned with the second nervous breakdown. On the 27th of September 2015, the date Mark Roll, Richard Harty called me on the 27th of September 2021. And then I went into Barclays and my money was taken again. Yeah? And the cycle continues to now where Richard Roberts is going to put civil restraint order on me. How many civil restraint order or ECRO or whatever has happened since? I represented myself 2 times at the Employment Tribunal. I conducted my case at the Small Claims Court when Winsome Duncan refused to go on Judge Rinder. And now you're telling me I don't have capacity. Yeah? And J.I. Solicitors and Barrister Miranda Grell is going to stitch me up. Yeah? You're going to stitch me up to this. You go to court. I am not needed in court. And you're on District Judge Beecham. You and District Judge Beecham done what? What did you and District Judge Beecham do? Yeah? And then you're going to send me this letter? You're going to send me this letter? You're going to send me this letter? Well, okay. Some heads are going to rule, man. And it's starting with you lot at DI Solicitors and Barrister Miranda Grell and District Judge Beecham. And then I will list all the others. Look at this. I cried tears yesterday. Yesterday, what did I do? I shed tears because I'm on their website. The Open University. Miss Mervyn Myers. Yeah? I shed tears because now Open University is going to send some. Don't care how I tag them in. Nobody contacts me from nothing. All I am is to be used and abused. Yeah? I shed tears when you're going to send me something now. I must Mrs. Myers, how did higher education change your life? Yeah? Yeah? Mrs. Myers, please consider making a gift of £25 to the Open Futures Fund, a vital scholarship program giving opportunity to those who need them most. And nobody is aware of what's happening to me. And all these things make me want to curse. But I decided, I'm stopping the cursing because God wake me up with the shades. Yeah? All I am, what am I to all these, whatever, open minds. So we're going to have open minds. It was at the Open University, whatever, I went. And when I explained to my situation to one of the speakers, presenters, they explained to me exactly what was happening. And 10 years later, yeah, I was interviewed by Al Jazeera. I'm out there, so how nobody knows. And I'll end up with my array of medals. Yeah? Because I am being blocked out everywhere. I get back on Facebook. So how did I get these? Yeah? How did I get these? Am I shouting? No, I'm not shouting. I'm only fucking passionate about telling my story. And it's going to start with District Judge Beecham. Yeah? And then so that I don't have to barricade myself in this place. I don't have to barricade myself in this terror cell. The stairs leading up to the drugs den. Where lives this person who's made my life and my husband's life a living hell. He could have lived maybe another few months or whatever. But because of them. Yeah? So let's get this out there now. Let's get this out there now. So Facebook knows. LinkedIn knows. Twitter knows. Google knows. YouTube knows. TikTok knows. Instagram knows. All the social media platform, I haven't even put on the heating, but I don't need it yet. So I have to try and save every penny that I can get. And this is how you expect me to live. And then I ask God to forgive my family who has abandoned me. And when I remember my brother Ashton dying in prison because of who he was. Yeah? But Ashton knew he was dying. God has not pronounced death on me. And I remember, I wrote to the Lissipton on the eve of Mothering Sunday. I am depressed. I'm dying slowly of torture. And nobody sees any of these things. Nobody sees where I am. Advocating and everything. District Judge Beecham, you're going to jail. It's starting with you. It's colonization in reverse. It will start with you, District Judge Beecham. When a young man come with the ambulance service, and his name is Jake, 23 years old, and I think how much I have lost from the time I was at my grandson's graduation. Age 12, the same age like when I leave my son Valdin Legister to come to this country. This is Valdin Legister. Yeah? Acting principal of Charlie Mount High School. And this boy has abandoned me. My son Kevin Murray, who spent 2 weeks and a day in hospital, and he still can't go out to do the job with the money I gave him after he was kicked out of politics because of Andrew Holiness, corruption, and Moreland Hill, the gunman. I'm putting everything into context. Yes? So you're going to blame me for whatever is happening? Well, I'm keeping my head above the parapet. I haven't committed suicide yet, and I will never commit suicide. But then we go back to Caroline Flack, and why a young lady had to commit suicide to be heard from the grave. I'm still alive. Yeah? District Judge, whoever. Justice Simla, you'll be going to jail. You're talking about South Africa? You'll be going to jail, Justice Simla, another woman. Zeba Qureshi, Devonshire solicitors. This is Marvelly Myers, and I'm going to post this now. Yeah? I'm going to post this now. Come, world. Come on, everybody. Come and praise the Maker. Come now and worship the Lord. When once I found a mother's church, when once I found a mother's church, when once I found a mother's church, I'll worship there today. It makes me think of good old times. It makes me think of good old times. It makes me think of good old times before my head was gray. Come on, District Judge Breacham. The 7th of March and the 10th of March. Do you know how significant those dates are? The 6th of March was the day my grandmother died. After she came out of her house the last time when they took her son to be buried. Chairman of the co-op, Bernard Lodge. My brother was there when he was murdered, and my brother died in prison. And Barbara McCoy is going to put in a witness statement. I threatened her with acid. Now go back and listen to the police out there at the gate, and I'm saying, listen to my story. And I told the police why I have not prevented Barbara McCoy from coming out of here whenever they leave her. Yeah? Go and listen to my story. Yeah? This is where I am at. Not supposed to draw my curtain and look out. Because they want me to be in here so they can call police and ambulance and send them. Yeah? So the 6th. So let's recap. The 4th of April, District Judge Beecham, I was in court. And then I had to go home and go visit my husband. When you set up Trina Philbert with pregnancy, set up. The 6th, I left the Windrush Vigil. I visited my husband in hospital. And what occurred, it was on YouTube. And now I don't have a GP because whatever. Phil Gregory, Dr. Phil Gregory and Hewa Owe came here after I was on the Housing Ombudsman Zoom. And then Dr. Phil Gregory and Georgina has come back. You see, they appear them up black and white. What date is the 7th? The 7th I'm doing court. The 8th is my husband's birthday. 2023 I planned a party. It was not the success I wanted it because of what happened. And District Judge Beecher, you're going to jail. I said I stopped swearing, I'm keeping it. District Judge Beecham, you're going to jail. You will be the first one jail because I'm coming to court on the 7th of April. Prepared to talk about the Equality Act. District Judge Beecham, you've had your time. And as for Richard Roberts, and as for all those crooks, yeah, they're mentioned there. Judge Freer, who gave Barrister Samantha Jones a reference to be on the Grenfell Tower panel inquiry. Yeah? They're mentioned in my thingy. You're all going to brace prison. Yeah? You're all going to prison because where was that? Yeah? It was my brother's birthday when I went down to Bird in the Bush and painted the wall. Happy birthday, brother, to my brother. That was a cry of help. What has my brother done since? Make sure all my family has excluded me and friends. Yeah? It was my brother's birthday when this was aired. So now you'll be going to jail along with them. You will be going to jail along with them. I was interviewed by Al Jazeera for the crowning of the king. And I'll wrap this one up now because I'm putting it out there. Because I have to get my life back together. Yeah? The United Kingdom is a racist society where animals are treated better than the Windrush generation. I told this Ipton at the House of Commons nursery when she came to stitch me up. If I was an animal at Bird in the Bush, the RSPCA would rescue me. Now, who is rescuing me from Debbie Gilchrist? Barricaded in here, that's not who I am. And she's going to write a how many pages witness statement, cataloging the thingy there, where the police are standing there, about whatever. Yeah? So I am to become what? 4 members of the same family, murdered by Joshua Jakes in Bermondsey, near near Silver Lock Medical Center. Do you know the ammunition I have? Do you know the ammunition I have to expose the United Kingdom? To expose the United Kingdom to what it is. When me put it on, take it off. 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 When me put it on, take it off.